It's that time of year again. E3 is right around the corner. Leaks are everywhere, rumors are hot, and fans are as hyped as ever to hear what game companies have to say about their favorite games. So let's go right into it with my E3 2018 predictions video. Hello everybody, my name is SkullKid, and welcome to another discussion video, this time about E3 2018. As you guys all know, my favorite time of year. I really enjoy it. I hope you do too if you're watching this video, and you're probably, just like me, as excited as ever to get speculating and just to be excited to see what companies will announce at E3 this year. E3 is like a couple hours away, and I think it's EA that's presenting like in just a couple of hours, because look at me being really busy, having so much things to do, and not being able to do a proper E3 video. This probably won't be the most fancy video that I've ever done, but I really wanted to share my predictions with you guys, and also so I can say I told you so when one of these things become true. So right before we get started with the video, I'm doing monthly discussion videos here on SkullKid Gaming. I mean, I'm sorry, okay, I haven't been following the schedule for like 2 months, I skipped out. Anyways, there will be monthly discussion videos on SkullKid Gaming, at least I can guarantee this for the summer. I have lots of cool ideas, Pokemon, all that stuff, a bunch of things planned. So anyways, if you're new to SkullKid Gaming, definitely consider subscribing for monthly discussion videos as well as weekly Let's Plays and cool things like that. And we're approaching the summer quickly, and I can tell you that some amazing content is gonna happen throughout the summer. So if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing for this, and well, don't miss out on any of that future content. Anyways, now to the predictions, and as you guys know, Nintendo is pretty much my favorite game company, and it's obviously the thing that I'll be talking the most about in this video. And so there's lots of stuff to cover. Nintendo Switch is selling like hotcakes, and it's doing really great, and so there's lots of things that people are looking forward to in terms of Nintendo this year. So, of course, we know Smash Bros. Is gonna be there. They're doing an invitational, and personally, I'm pretty confident that it's a new game. I think many people are too. I've heard some people saying they don't think it's a new game. I don't think that's very plausible. Will it be that different from Smash 4? Probably not, I doubt it. But just the fact that it's like the first time that we're seeing it, but they're confident enough to give us a playable demo, just indicates me that, well, this game is honestly probably almost ready, and I would totally expect it to release in September, sort of to launch alongside the online service, because that would just be a perfect match, and it comes in time for the holidays. Smash Bros. Is gonna be exciting. If I had more time, I would talk really in-depth about these games, but now, moving on to other games. So, originally Pokemon was on my list thinking, oh, it's gonna be announced at E3, they're gonna talk a bit about it, but hey, look at that, the Pokemon Company just went out and talked about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So, I don't think we're gonna see much more here, definitely no new trailers. Little quick correction, because news moves fast around E3, Pokemon Let's Go will be playable on the show floor at E3, so not only will we see it a bit at E3, but this also opens up quite an opportunity for maybe the Nintendo Treehouse to be playing it, so that should be interesting, so maybe we will see it. But I don't think we're still gonna see any new trailers, of course. The best I can see is that the Treehouse would do a segment on it, sort of like a surprise segment, a bit like what they did for like Metroid Samus Returns, or doesn't even matter. They would just do a surprise segment. Well, Pokemon is their main November release, which would sort of confirm why Smash Bros. Could be a September thing. I could be totally wrong, but it seems so likely that I'm putting it out there, and I don't know what I could bet on this, but you tell me something in the comments, okay, people? There's been a lot of casual games announced last year, I think, at E3 for Nintendo. Many of these games we actually haven't heard about that much, and Yoshi is one of them, and I think that there's gonna be more Treehouse segments about Yoshi, definitely a release date, a new trailer, and Yoshi would not surprise me if it releases in... It feels like a summer game, but I would go for maybe October, because it must be ready right by now, right? So I could definitely see an October release for Yoshi, and personally I'm excited. It looks like really casual, but it looks like a really relaxing and little fun experience, so I am excited for Yoshi, to be honest. Now let's go on to Metroid Prime 4. I don't think we're gonna see anything for Metroid Prime 4. There are two options that I see. Either we see nothing, or we see the whole deal. Everything from many hours of gameplay on the Treehouse, an exciting cinematic trailer, a story trailer. Either it goes full swing, or we just get nothing, and this goes to E3 2019. Honestly, I could see this being in a January Direct or something. But it probably wouldn't release until like September of 2019. So moving on from that, I don't think we're gonna see Fire Emblem. I'm calling a lot of things that I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see it. I don't feel it. I feel like this is something that's gonna release in the next 9 months, but I think this is gonna be saved for a Direct. Now, there's been this rumor about a Star Fox game, which would be a bit like F-Zero, which would supposedly be called Star Fox Grand Prix. There's been some supposed evidence to back this up. I think this game is happening. This is plausible. Nintendo always has, like, cool games that are pretty unexpected that they announce at E3, and so I think that Star Fox Grand Prix is gonna be announced. No idea when it releases. I feel like it's not, like, a huge title, so they're not gonna be like, oh, well, 2019, lol. But we'll have to see. I can't predict much more, but I feel like this is happening. This is a real title. Now, the mighty Pikmin 4. Supposedly, Pikmin 4's been completed for like years now, and so this finally feels like a time where Pikmin 4 could shine. It's not the first years of the Switch, it's past the Mario Odyssey, the Zelda Breath of the Wild. We have Pokemon in November and Smash. I think Pikmin 4, very likely spring title, maybe March, maybe February. It seems really likely, unless it's been cancelled for some reason, but I mean, I think Pikmin 3 did pretty well, and, well, they developed Pikmin 4, supposedly, so it just feels like a great time to announce it. So, Pikmin 4, calling it right now, March or February, and I would totally pick it up. I've started playing Pikmin 3 relatively recently, really, and I really like it. It's definitely a game that people should give a shot if they have always hesitated, because it has that cartoony look that just seems somewhat unappealing to older people, but really it's actually a pretty strategic game and it's loads of fun. So try out Pikmin, and hopefully it gets announced at E3. I'll be really excited if it does. Mario Party 11. It's about time. Mario Party 9 and 10 weren't really appreciated. I'm sure Mario Party 10 didn't sell that great. I mean, it's on the Wii U. I just hope that they don't mess up the series, but this feels like a game that it's time for the Switch, year 2 of the Switch. It deserves to get Mario Party, and Mario Party is a perfect fit for the Switch. You can bring it on the go, and you can play with friends, you can split the Joy-Cons. There's so much you can do. I'm really hoping that Mario Party is going to be announced. I would say that it would be like a November release because of Christmas or something, except there's a lot of games that are Nintendo, well, they're only one company, so they'd probably try to spread it out, and this could be an April release or something. So up next, there's been a recent rumor that Fortnite is coming to the Switch, and as much as I don't like Fortnite, yes, it's happening, guys. I'm putting it out there, it's happening. Okay? Moving on. Well, it's Nintendo, right? So I'm gonna call it right now. They're gonna do something unexpected. Wow. How bold of me to do such a prediction. And so I think we're also gonna hear a couple of third-party ports and new releases during their presentation. Is it gonna be from Bethesda or Ubisoft? They've been getting pretty good support for the Switch. Probably not EA. Apparently FIFA 19 is coming out on the Switch, but I don't know, it's gonna be lazy. I don't feel like we're gonna see much from EA on the Switch going forward, at least in the next 2 years or something. So those were my Nintendo predictions. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but as much as I own an Xbox and not a PlayStation, I actually have more to talk about. PlayStation, Xbox, I don't know what to expect. I guess haven't been following much of the news for Xbox. I hope they're gonna announce more Xbox original backwards compatibility, that they're gonna announce more first-party games, but then again, I don't know exactly what they could announce that could interest me, and I sure hope that they're gonna just say like, wow, we made the Xbox better, because they really try hard to make their system OS, their OS better, and it still needs to be better after like 4 years. Oh my god. Most of the stuff on Xbox is third-party anyways, so moving on to Sony. Well, I didn't write anything on my paper, but I'm excited for the Spider-Man game, even though I won't be able to play it. I'm excited to watch it in Let's Plays, because that looks pretty cool. I don't honestly know what they're doing else. I'm not into PlayStation at all. Moving on! Bethesda, one of my favorite non-Nintendo companies. They do great RPGs, as you all know, and I'm definitely looking forward to a bunch of their stuff. As you may know, they've announced Fallout 76 really recently, and we're gonna hear about it this weekend, and it's gonna be pretty exciting, I hope. They said to not expect anything traditional for Fallout, otherwise we'd be really disappointed. I am pretty sure they officially confirmed it was like an online thing, but at the same time they're sort of hinting at the fact that it's not gonna be like Elder Scrolls Online, so I'm really excited for that. And I've been talking to friends about it, and we were saying that it would be amazing if it's a sort of like single player, but it's like you form a squad of friends, or you drop in, drop out, co-op almost online. That would make for an amazing Fallout adventure, and this one is set before all the Fallout games, right after the Great War, so it should be interesting. There's been a cool trailer that they've made for it, and I'm excited for this one. Hopefully Bethesda doesn't crush my dreams by telling me that this is some weird Fallout spin-off that everyone's gonna hate or something. So, of course, Bethesda said it's their biggest E3 yet, and I'm expecting lots of cool things. Of course, they've already announced Rage 2. Since they've recently announced this new Fallout game, my previous prediction that I had written down here, which was either a Morrowind remake or Elder Scrolls 6, seems really unlikely. I don't think we're going to be seeing Elder Scrolls 6 for a couple more years now. Morrowind remake. They've said it's the biggest year yet. Does that mean it's impossible to get like two relatively good things in 1 year? Not necessarily. Morrowind remake, could see that happen. Maybe also on Switch, probably also on Switch if that happens. Multi-platform, makes sense. Morrowind's pretty old. One thing I wrote down though is that I think, and even though they announced a new Fallout, I think we might be getting a Fallout collection on Nintendo Switch. I think they could definitely do that to justify the $80 price tag, having Fallout 3 and New Vegas in the same collection, or sell them separately for $40, or we're gonna get only one of the two. I don't know, but I feel like it wouldn't be much harder to just port both of them on the Switch at once, and, you know, to get some extra cash flow, they may as well just announce the same thing for Xbox and PlayStation or something. I don't know if it would be more work for them, because they sort of need to fit higher graphical thresholds on those, but I can definitely feel that Bethesda is trying to support the Switch properly with things like Wolfenstein 2 and Doom. Well, Skyrim's already on there, but speaking of Doom, I think that Doom 2 is coming this year. People really loved the first Doom reboot, and I think we're getting more of that great epic action demon hunting shooter, and so I'll be excited if they announce that. Probably not gonna come to the Switch. Sorry, I'm always bringing it back to the Switch, but that's because I really enjoy the Switch. EA now. Sports game, not interested. So Anthem, I'm curious to see about it. Don't mess it up, EA, or I'll actually never trust you again. You've disappointed with Battlefront 2. I was actually excited for that game when they talked about it at E3. They messed it up. They lost confidence from many fans. So don't mess it up with Anthem. And Battlefield 5 looks promising. I don't know if it's... I'm not too into shooters, but it looks promising. I enjoyed Battlefield 1, and this could be cool. This isn't the sort of game I would actually bother to pick up day one, but it looks like a cool game, and once again, don't mess it up, EA. Last but not least, Ubisoft, and, well, they've already pretty much revealed their plans, or at least probably just a bit of their plan, realistically, but they talked about The Division 2, Beyond Good and Evil 2, For Honor, Skull and Bones, Starlink, and Transference. Starlink, one of the ones I actually want to talk about here, is their sort of Toys to Life thing. So, Toys to Life are a bit outdated, so I'm still curious to see what it's going to be. It's coming on Switch, it looks promising. I'm guessing it targets more towards kids, but I could be wrong. To be fair, I forgot a bit of what it looked like last year. But it looks interesting. It could be just part of a dead genre, and maybe Ubisoft just missed their chance here. Skull and Bones, it's straight up the ship combat from Assassin's Creed. Looks interesting. I want to see more. Don't have anything more to say about it. Moving on, Transference. There was a cinematic trailer last year. It looked cool. I want to hear more about it. Nothing to predict here. Nothing really cool. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. And so, surprise, surprise, Assassin's Creed got leaked again. It seems like this is always happening for the series, and what do you know, it got leaked by the merch, just like Origins. It really makes you wonder, like, how hard is it to make merch only after you've originally announced the game? One concern I have for this one is that right after Assassin's Creed Origins, when Ubisoft got their sales figures, they said they had learned their lesson. The stats had clearly shown that their new 2-year release was benefiting the series, and that they would go on with that later on. So, hearing about a new game only after a year, it sort of worries me that they've already gave up on this promise. But I hope that they're gonna be just announcing it and sort of doing it like Nintendo on this, and actually being like, well, this is coming out in the next 18 months or 24 months, and I hope that they're just gonna hype it up slowly, and they're gonna take time to make a polished game, even better than Origins. That would be insane. And if they do announce it, like, to come out only in next year or something, then I think I'll be excited for it, and take it seriously, and look forward to it. I mean, I like the series, but they screwed it up quite a bit of times in the past, so I hope they can keep on going on the good track record they have now. Now, one of the rumors concerning Ubisoft was that either they were going to talk about Assassin's Creed or Splinter Cell. Well, Assassin's Creed has been leaked, so will we hear about Splinter Cell? I don't know, but it's been a while since that series hasn't been updated, and so I think it's totally possible that they could announce a new one. I haven't really followed that series too closely, but I think that we're gonna hear about a new Splinter Cell this year, but this is one of the predictions that I'm least certain about, so take that with a huge grain of salt. Last but not least, I think that we're gonna have 1 or 2 Switch ports from Ubisoft, because, well, first of all, they announced Steep. I don't know if they gave up on that. It's sort of like a winter game. Probably would feel weird to release it during the summer. But I don't know what's up with that. But they seem to be doing good support for the console. Hell, they even had a Mario game that they got to develop. So I think it's going to be interesting, and it would be fun to see one of their games on there. So I think it's plausible that we'll at least have 1 Switch port from them, and maybe a new game that isn't even in their current E3 plans. But Starlink is coming out for the Switch. Well, that was a lot of predictions. Well, I talked about a lot of stuff, but really, to highlight the stuff I'm most excited about, I'm excited about Nintendo stuff, I'm excited about Smash Bros, Yoshi, I'm excited about Pokemon, even though I don't think they'll talk about it, a bunch of Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm excited about Fallout 76, possibly Bethesda Switch ports, all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be busy a lot this month with exams, and it's just gonna be a crazy month, so I don't think I'll be able to talk about E3 much more, sadly. It's already an amazing accomplishment that I managed to get this video out, so I'll do exactly what I did last year. If you want to hear my thoughts live on E3, I'll be constantly putting out some info on Instagram, my thoughts, some news about E3, and I have a E3 2018 highlights playlist right here where I link videos from popular news YouTube channels as well as some of my favorite creators to give them a bit of the spotlight as they talk about E3, so come back to this channel and this playlist to find everything you need in one convenient place. And go to my Instagram at skullkid_gaming, where you can see my thoughts and opinions during E3. And in that way, I don't have to actually spend 10 hours of my life every day making new E3 videos, and I can successfully pass my exams. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, I do discussion videos every month now about all things gaming. If you're new here, consider subscribing for monthly discussion videos and weekly Let's Plays right here on Skull Kid Gaming. Don't forget, there's gonna be great things coming your way this summer. So anyways, that's it for today. Pretty long video, but man, E3 is just my favorite time of year. There's so much stuff to talk about. So go enjoy the presentation, just a couple hours away. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to Skull Kid Gaming for more discussion videos on E3 and all things gaming right here on Skull Kid Gaming. Have a great E3 week, and I hope to see you in the next video. And now I'm just off to watch E3. Hope you are too. Hope I don't fail my exam.